All right, what's up? We did it again. Another live stream successfully started. How is it going, everybody? Welcome to a Friday unboxing here at the Too Many Records verse. I have a lot of records that are ready to unbox, so it should be fun. I actually just got 3 more as I was waiting for this to start. The mailman showed up with 3 more, so cool. What's going on, Nick? How are you, man? How's that Misfits LP treating you? I'm very excited that you were the one to get that. I know you're a big Misfits fan. Hey, Paul's here. Scotty's here. You get to watch one of these. Yeah. We got Sully. What's going on? I'll let a few more people trickle in, as usual, and then I will begin the unboxing. Let me see how many we have today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15 packages. 15, folks. And it should be fun. So, as always, I appreciate you guys coming in here and spending, 45 minutes, an hour with me on your Friday to kickstart your weekend for a little music talk. I'll be heading over to the store shortly after this. Preparing right now for a big drop tomorrow. On Friday, we are going to be doing a huge drop for the store. A ton. I'm talking like 30 to 40 hip-hop LPs that are all like desirable, cool titles, unique things you don't see every day. Everything from MF Doom to Sage Francis. Really a bunch of cool stuff hitting the floor, as well as a bunch of Holy Grail indie and rock records. Alt-rock stuff. We got a bunch of rare Deftones. Really cool stuff going to be hitting the wall this weekend, so it's going to be a great time to come to TMR. And we're excited because we are planning on doing another huge drop at the end of next month for a jazz drop. We have acquired some pretty good jazz titles that are rare and some pretty good staples and stuff we haven't had very much of that in the more, $10 to $30 range. So excited to do one of those at the end of next month. A lot of good stuff happening in the TMR store. Things are just getting better and better. So I'm very excited to share that with you guys, hopefully in video format. But let's get started on the unboxing because I don't have all day because I have to run to the store. But I'm excited to do this. And if you guys want to drop a like in the chat, just hit the like button. That would help out a lot, I think. I always ask for it. Does it help out? I don't know at this point. All I know is that I appreciate that you guys are here. So thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to Donut Sunset. Alex, thanks for being here. All right, let's get started with the first package. There's one thing in this bunch of packages that I have. I'll say my spiel before I get started. I have a lot of packages to get through, so I probably won't be doing too much Q&A until the very end. If you have a question you want me to answer, please drop me a super chat. It could be $1, it could be $1 million. It doesn't matter. I'll see it pop up, and I will answer your question to the best of my ability. All right, let's get started with the first record. All right, what could this be? Oh, you know what? I ordered this because I got sucked into hype on this one, and I don't know much about it. And I paid a decent amount for it. This cover is incredible. This is Fat Pat. Fat Pat is, I think he's from Houston. He passed away in 98. I think he's from Houston. It's like, yeah, I just saw people losing their mind over this getting pressed to vinyl for the first time. Limited to 330 copies. I don't know much about this, but this cover is truly remarkable. And I can't wait to listen to it. It's people were really, really excited on a Reddit thread saying that they couldn't believe this was on vinyl and it was going to sell out fast. And I decided to get one, and it did sell out fast. It sold out really fast. So excited to hear this. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I'm glad I jumped on the train before it's too late. If it is from Houston, which I'm not 100% confident on, but if it is from Houston, I'll be excited to show this to Goose. Because he's from Houston, and I think he'll appreciate this. So, Fat Pat. I don't know if Goose is watching right now, but if he is it Houston? If someone wants to fact check me on that, that would be great. This is an interesting mailer. I don't know how much I like this. Look at that mailer. I don't know how much I like that. But if the record's safe, who am I to complain? Ooh, it looks like whatever's in here. Okay, so this is the worst mailer I've ever seen, and the record did get a little messed up in transit. Fat Cat is what I heard. No, Fat Pat, not Fat Cat. This record is going to appeal to Alex and appeal to my father, who I think is watching, probably. He tends to watch. I don't think he has a Google account to participate. But this was an LP that I guess they shrink wrapped to protect it. I don't know. But this is the LP I bought for, I think, $10 shipped on Discogs. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I've talked about this before on the channel. This is kind of a deep cut if you didn't know, but I love doo-wop. I grew up on doo-wop, and thanks to my dad. And this comp, I've struggled to find a doo-wop comp that has a lot of the songs that I love. It's usually like a 1, 2, 3, 4 songs, then like maybe 8 to 12 that I don't care about. But this comp of doo-wop actually has... it has some of the my favorite songs in doo-wop history on here. So here are some of my favorite tracks that are on here. We have, Oh What a Night by the Dells, Get a Job by the Silhouettes, In the Still of the Night by the Five Satins, A Teenager in Love by Dion and the Belmonts, 16 Candles by the Crests, Trickle Trickle by the Videos, which is one of my all-time favorite doo-wop songs, Come Go With Me by the Del Vikings, To the Isle by the Five Satins, another one of my top favorites, and then Good Night, Sweetheart, Good Night by the Spaniels. So each side has a bunch of great stuff on here. It was only $10 shipped, so really, really excited. Hopefully these discs are pretty clean. Let's take a look. Yeah, looking pretty good. So for $10, absolute steal. Very excited about that. I'm going to really, scratch that doo-wop itch with that. For sure. All right, what do we have here? This is someone said I'm doing the unboxing without showing the unboxing. I've thought about that before, but I'm also trying to obscure any personal information. So it's like I usually do it off camera. But if you guys would prefer me to kind of show more of the unboxing like this, I could try to do that. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is another one in the Lo-Fi Records, Lo-Fi Girl, Chill Hop world. This is Sleepless Night, yet another compilation of songs that are probably wonderful, but I don't know anybody on here. Not one name that I recognize, because Lo-Fi is like a hydra. You take one, you cut one off, and 3 heads grow. Or I don't know if that's a good analogy. That might be too mean. I don't mean to be mean about it, but like, there's so many lo-fi artists these days that it's impossible to keep track of them, and not many of them get full LP releases on vinyl, so it's hard to stay on top of it. These comps are great if you just want something really good to throw on. They're usually pretty consistent in quality, if not memorable. I will say this, though. I did dip on the box set that they did, which I think is 10 LPs of lo-fi, and I'm thinking that if that has enough artists and tracks that I know I love on there, I'll probably end up just selling all of my lo-fi comps, because I don't need a box set of 10 and then also a million different versions of this on the comps. I don't, so there could be a huge infusion into the record store of these really desirable lo-fi comps, depending on the box set, once they announce the track list for it, which they have not yet. All right, I see everyone coming in. Welcome to the live stream. I said before, I have a ton of records to get through, so if you'd like me to answer any question, feel free to drop me a super chat, and I will answer your question ASAP. So this one I accidentally opened early, so my bad, but this was an insane Discogs find. This is one of those moments where a seller didn't know how much a record goes for because the sales history did not reflect it. So the median of this record was like $25, so they put it up for $25, which was awesome of them. But this also hasn't sold in a very long time, and all the other variants go for really big money. This is Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, which is an alias of the singer from the Wonder Years, and this is a really cool variant. Got a little download card stuck on the inside. But I've been wanting this record for a while. and really hard to find. It's this cool kind of like bursty, and then like there's almost like a light splatter also. It's an interesting color for sure. The disc looks really nice, and I just couldn't believe that they put it up for 25. You know, a lot of sellers don't have the time to go through and see how much other variants go for, and if there's none for sale and they see a median of 25, they're just going to put it up for 25. And I knew this was extremely rare, so as soon as I saw it pop up, I had to grab it. If you like the Wonder Years, you'll probably like this too. A little more indie-ish than pop punk, but still good. All right, now we have a beautiful Whiplash mailer. Gotta love a good Whiplash. Let's do a little this. What could this be? This is something from Digger's Factory. Oh, I know what this is going to be. I think this is going to be Kilo Kish. Sure is. Sure is. Kilo Kish, American Girl. Kilo Kish is an awesome... Kilo Kish first came on my radar when she was featured on a Gambino tape. Sorry, I read a comment. Why would you ask for money to answer questions about you selling records? That's how it's worked for about 5-6 years. People like to come in here and support the channel. I make videos for free and virtually free, and this is my chance to connect with the audience, and people like to kind of tip me for all my hard work editing and creating videos to help the community by asking questions. So that's kind of how things have gone. If you're not a fan of that, I apologize. No one's making you be here. So this is Kilo Kish. American Girl, really great record, and I think this might be first to vinyl. If you like kind of soulful, you know, indie R&B stuff, she is pretty exceptional across the board, and I'm glad I was brought, you know, into her world through Gambino. But I saw, oh, that's cool. It's also numbered here on the bottom, which is rad. So, although, I thought it said 844. It says 8044 out of 500. That's awesome. So, very cool. Glad to have grabbed that. All right. This record has seen better days. The front of this does not look good. All right. Let me open this bad boy and see. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully what is ever in here is not thrashed. We will see. There's a bunch of records in here that are like fillers. They filled it up with other like $1 records. So I was confused. But this is a 70s pressing of Lee Morgan's The Sidewinder. I saw it in a seller's store when I was going through their stuff, and I thought it was a pretty affordable price. Compared to what it usually goes for. So I grabbed this, and I may eventually whatnot it. I may put it in the store. I'm not sure. But I just thought it was I think, you know, clean copies of Blue Note records is never a bad thing to get when you're a store owner. Yeah. I mean, you guys, this record needs no introduction. This is one of the most, you know, celebrated jazz records of the era. And I can't speak about jazz in a way that would do it any service. So, yeah. Boom. Very cool. And what's a super chat? How would I do one if I wanted to? There should be a button that says like a $sign or something where you can send. I think it's right next to it. Yeah. And again, just to re-clarify, these live streams are free. You do not need to send me a dime to enjoy these and chat with me. I just go through the list of records, and then whatever time I have left, I do Q&A. But sometimes people want to be generous and tip the creator, which I think is really awesome. So I don't know if you guys saw, you know, Vinyl Rewind did a video a couple months ago where he was talking about how, you know, he has over 200,000 subscribers and he still makes almost nothing from YouTube because of the way YouTube works. So, you know, people like Vinyl Rewind and myself and Noble Records, we work really, really hard to create content that you guys would enjoy, and YouTube doesn't really pay the bills or even close to it. So anyone that feels the need to or the desire to tip a creator is very appreciated by all of us. So let's keep going. let's do a little on-screen unboxing. And yes, I will listen to Sidewinder. I've heard some of it because I play-tested copies in the store, but I haven't listened to it front to back. So maybe I'll end up keeping it. We'll see. We will see. Oh, this is awesome. I'm so excited about this one. This is Novo Amor and Ed Tullett, Eris. I remember this record came on my radar maybe when did this come out? 2017. So like back when it first came out in 2017, I heard this record and I loved it. It's a beautiful album that I didn't buy when it came out because I remember it was pretty expensive to import it. However, now I found it for a fairly reasonable price and I decided to jump on it. This album, if you like Bon Iver, this album is going to blow you away. It is very similar to like his second record. Really lush textured vocals, just beautiful orchestration. And again, I'll put the sticker right here so you guys can see it. Novo Amor and Ed Tullett, Eris. It is so good, and I highly recommend you guys listening to this. It's so beautiful, and I wish Novo Amor had more acclaim within this world because it's just so damn good. I see so many questions coming in. I'm going to try to come back and answer these questions if I can. Scotty with the super chat. First one of the chat. Scotty, I appreciate you greatly. Always happy to help support Matt and the store. Thank you. What's my number one anticipated upcoming release besides The National and Boy Genius? Oof, you're taking the wind out of my sails, not letting me answer with the obvious ones. My most anticipated upcoming release, does it have to be one with a release date? That's an important distinction because I am excited for the next Gambino release because he just said that he is working on new music. But I don't know if that counts because there is no project that's been announced. It's a really good question. I meant to do a video, and I still might. If you guys would like this, leave a comment in the chat and let me know. I want to do a video about the Paramore album. Duh, Nick. Yeah, Paramore obviously is my pick. Thank you so much for fixing my brain. If you guys want me to still do a video about the albums I'm excited to come out this year, I usually do it every year, and it usually does okay. But if you guys want me to do that video, I'll be happy to put that together for the next couple weeks. Just because those are fun for me to do and it helps me keep track of what's going on. So let me know if that's something you guys would be into. But yeah, great question, Scotty. What are you excited for? No way! What? Oh my god. I can't believe what I'm holding right now. I gotta look up when I ordered this, because I literally ordered this so long ago, I thought I was scammed. Hold on. I need to tell you guys, this is the longest I've ever waited for a record. Okay. I ordered this record September 8th, 2021. September 8th, 2021, I ordered this record. 0 updates, no responses to any emails. I thought that this label was completely scamming me, and I thought I got duped hard. But, as it appears now in front of me, this is the self-titled album by El Camino, a repress of it by a label called Retrode. There were comments on the Discogs for this album saying, did anyone else order from Retrode? I haven't heard from them. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, it has been significantly over a year without any update. And you think most places that have delays due to COVID have been updating. And this didn't. I sent them 3 emails asking for updates. Absolutely nothing. So the fact that this just showed up blows my mind. Comes with a really cool Obi strip. There's features on here of West Side Gun, Conway. I don't even know if this is an officially licensed pressing, to be completely honest. The label reeks a little bit of a bootleg label. I can't tell. This jacket cover does seem a little pixelated and not really crisp. So perhaps this is a bootleg. I don't know. I just can't believe I got something for my money. I really thought that that was just lost in time. So, wow, that's a shock. I feel like I just saw a ghost. I really came to terms with the fact that I was never gonna see that record ever. So, Scotty, I always look forward to Lana Del Rey albums. Interesting. Yeah, I have such a complicated relationship with Lana Del Rey because I like a lot of her early stuff like Born to Die and Ultraviolence, and of course NFR I'm a huge fan of, but I don't really love her stuff that she's put out post NFR. I'm not sure. So, Ryan, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Will I be checking out the new Hammock album, Love in the Void, that came out today? I would love to because I'm a huge Hammock fan. My thing with Hammock is that I haven't really loved their past few records. They're obviously beautiful and worth listening to, but they all felt kind of samey and didn't really strike me the way their early records did. If you think that this one really kind of pushes into that territory they were doing on some of their earlier albums, or even something new, I'll definitely check it out. But the whole like Mysterium and all the trio of albums they did, I thought they were all super forgettable in the sense that it was really pretty, but it didn't really catch me the way that the other ones did, if that makes sense. This is more post-rocky. Interesting. Okay, more drums and guitar. All right, I'm sold. I'll give it a chance. This is one I also ordered quite a long time ago. This is a Pearl Jam vault. They do vault releases of live shows, and they're always in these really like giant book sleeves. This is a show from 2007 at the Vic Theater. Really, really good set list on here. Just like a bunch of killer songs. I mean, a rare performance of Parachutes. You got a Down on there. You got Hard to Imagine, Inside Job. They do their cover of Love Reign Over Me, which is awesome. And Sonic Reducer and Indifference to end it out. So good. Such a good show. I had to dip on it because Pearl Jam Live is a beast of its own. And all their vault records are pretty damn good. So, yeah. Here we go. Let's open up the next one. This is a VMP, it looks like. So I guess I'll see what this is. Oh, amazing. I forgot I ordered this. This is one of my favorite records of all time, as you guys know. And the variant was super beautiful, so I had to get it. This is the Vinyl Me Please Tycho Dive limited variant. Let's take a look at this. You guys are asking great questions. I'm seeing the periphery, so we have a few more to get through, and then I will definitely go back and answer whatever records I can. I hate when they put the hype sticker that's kind of cool on the shrink. It's very frustrating for me because I don't want to take the shrink off necessarily. Let me see if I can just do a little one of these. Just open like that. Can I? That didn't work. Hold on. I'm trying to use the box cutter to. All right, I think I opened it. Let's take a look at this variant. I also ordered the orange variant because they're both so beautiful. Oh my gosh, why can't I get this out? Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. Really nice. Is the other disc the same? Is this warped? No, I don't think so. VMP has a history of having some warped discs, but they're really good about fixing it, so I gotta probably give it a listen soon. Let's see if the other disc is the same. I forget. It is. Yeah. Okay, cool. Very cool. I might like the orange one better, to be completely honest. I don't know. I'll have to make a decision later. What number did I get? I got number 944. Very cool. Yeah, this is an essential record for anybody to own. Number 12 out of 1,000 is pretty killer. I'm jealous of that one. Number 12. Wow. All right, let's keep going, guys. We got more records to unbox. More records to unbox. Oh, yeah, this is awesome. So, I am, thanks to Nujabes, I gotta be honest, I gotta give a shout out to the man Nujabes. I am a fan of Terry Callier. Really, really good jazz musician. Very much in the pocket of the stuff that I enjoy. And this is a original, I believe. Is it a promo? I don't know if it's a promo, but it's an original Terry Callier. I just can't help myself. The jacket obviously has seen better days, but the price was really good on this. I couldn't pass it up. I think it was like $30 or something. Let's take a look at the disc together. You guys can't see. I'm trying to look at it in the light, but here's the disc on Cadet. And yeah, I mean, there's definitely scratches, marks all over it. However, nothing on first look feels feelable, which is great. As a store owner, I'm learning quite a bit that like records can look bad and play very well. So I'm trying to. You can't even really see the scratches on here. I mean, yeah, you can kind of see if I get the right angle, but I am excited to run this through the degritter and see how this ends up playing. Because if it plays with super light surface noise, I'm going to be stoked. Because originals for this near mint would be very, very expensive. So, very excited to give this one a degrit and give it a listen. So, if you guys don't know Terry Callier, check him out. Check him out. Do it. Do it for me. All right. This is a big boy box, and this is going to be one that is hyper niche. I know what this is already. This is only going to appeal to nobody in here, but I'm still going to show it off anyway. What color is love is your favorite of his? What's yours? I don't know enough of his full albums to have a favorite. I did just pick up, I think, a repress of the one that Vinyl Me Please is putting in the box. What's it called? Ordinary Love? Is that what it's called? Yeah, I don't know. I got to spend more time. I have a live record of his that I really love. God, there's so many good questions that I want. Occasional Rain. There we go. There are so many questions that I want to answer right now. We're almost done, guys. We got 5 more, and then I'll scroll up and I'll answer questions. I just wrecked this mailer. I'm trying to open this, and I just absolutely wrecked it. All right. Here we go. Silly me. Okay, well, this is a video game vinyl box set. I am playing this game right now. It is tremendously good. This is a game, but in the Ys series, or Ys. YS. I don't know how to pronounce it. I never have known. But basically, it's a long-standing action RPG series where you play as Adol the Red. Every game you play as Adol the Red, but he's a different version of himself in every game. It's like the story's not continuing between all of them. But this is the soundtrack, and as soon as I started playing the game, the soundtrack was so beautiful. Ys. There we go. Ys 8 is what I'm playing. Ys. Thank you, guys. Now I'll stop saying yes like an idiot. Yes, it sounds like, what is it, from Flight of the Conchords? Yeah, this is a really fun action RPG. I'm having a blast with it. I'm probably about halfway through, maybe a little further than halfway. And the music is stellar. Apparently the music across the board is great for all of the Ys games. So, yeah, great game if you're looking for something to play. It's on like everything now. It's on like PS5, PS4, Switch, PC. So you have no excuse if you're looking for something to play. All right. Here is another mailer. This one looks like it's from Fat Possum. I'm trying to remember what did I order from Fat Possum recently? Hey, Frank's here. What's up, Frank? All right, let's see what this is. Oh, yeah, I forgot I got this. This is my Magdalena Bay Mercurial World Deluxe Edition, which I'm very excited about because Mercurial World is one of the best pop albums of the decade. And this is signed by both members of the band, which is really cool. I got to meet them after a tiny show at Holocene here in Portland, and they signed my copy of the EP that they did prior to this. but it's really cool to have the deluxe version signed. I haven't seen anything about how this sounds. I've held on to my original press because if this sounds great, I'm obviously just going to stick with this one. I do think the cover of the original press is a little better. But yeah, very, very excited to give this a spin, and hopefully it sounds good and it's not, noisy or anything, because there's so many good bonus tracks on here. They have like synth and string versions, piano and string versions, some B-sides. Yeah, very, very cool. If you guys don't know Magdalena Bay, they're going to be one of the biggest pop bands on the planet if they keep on this trajectory, and you should jump on the train now before it's too late. I really believe that. I got to see them twice last year, and it was so good. All right, what do we have here? So, some of you guys might know, I'm part of the Nationals Cherry Tree fan club, as you guys probably can imagine. And I had a billing snafu with my billing for some reason. Like, I thought it paid and it didn't, and I missed the cutoff for the most recent batch of like goodies they were going to send out, and I was devastated because they announced that the fourth record they were sending out, because the record club's been out for about 4 years, was a live show from Alligator Era, which is my favorite album, and I was devastated to miss this. And I posted a Reddit post, and I was just like, hey, if anyone has a copy for sale, I'd love to buy it from you. Like, I missed it, blah, blah, blah. If you don't listen to your records and you're just part of the club, I'd love to buy it. And cool enough, above and beyond cool, a guy from Cherry Tree reached out to me, and he was like, hey, we don't have any more copies of the actual record that we can get you, but I want to send you something because I know you're clearly a huge fan. And I was like, okay. And they sent me, I was absolutely shocked. I didn't post about this yet. I think I was waiting till the record was coming out. They sent me a test pressing of this Volume 4, just the discs with the run sheet. And that was months ago. So I got to hear the show before anyone too. And I was absolutely blown away. It sounded great. It was like my dream set list from the band. And after it came out, a copy just popped up of the actual record on Discogs, someone who didn't want it. So now I have the test pressing and the actual pressing on orange vinyl. It is just such a good... By the way, Chris, thank you so much for the super chat. You owe me a question, so let me know what you want me to answer. Such a good show. Like, this is basically all of Alligator plus my favorite song off of the self-titled record, a couple good sad songs for Dirty Lovers songs, something off the Cherry Tree EP. It's truly perfect. It's an amazing live show, and I only paid about $10 or $15 above what I would have paid if I was a member of the club. So very, very excited. Chris is asking me the Kanye question, but he super chatted me, so I have to answer it. I answered this at a previous live stream. I think the most succinct answer I can give is that as someone of Jewish descent, I obviously don't condone anything he's talking about lately or was in that cycle of interviews. I think he's really in need of some serious medication, mental health help, therapy, all of the above. I haven't really sat and listened to Kanye's music since everything went down. I also think that I will be able to separate the art from the artist for a lot of the stuff earlier in his career, like basically through probably Life of Pablo, because people change. People as they get older, our opinions change, and who we are changes quite a bit based on how the world is shaped around us. And I may not agree and like the person he is today, but I still enjoy the music he made with the person he was back then. So I'm sure I'll still appreciate all of his early records. They're still some of the best albums musically of my lifetime. But right now I'm having a little bit of difficulty kind of parsing through some of that stuff. So that's basically how I summed up my Kanye thing as of right now. All right, we got 2 more to open. And then I'll go back and do some Q&A because there's a bunch of good questions you guys asked that I need to make sure I answer. So this is the Never Story by Jid. A nice repress because I don't have the original and they finally repressed it. JID or JID is an amazing modern rapper. I truthfully couldn't get into his newest record that everybody really, really loved. I thought it was pretty good, but this record is a stone cold classic, and yeah, very excited to give this a spin. Great cover, really, really good stuff. He's super talented. He's a great rapper. And then right here, I think this last record is actually, I think this is a present for somebody who might be in this chat, so I can't show it if I'm right. Let me just take a quick look. I think I'm right. I might be right. Hold on. It is. Yeah. Yeah. I can't show this, unfortunately. But that was the unboxing. All right, so let's go up and do some questions. It's for Scotty. Yeah, it's a present for Scotty. Let's go up and do some answers to some questions. You guys asked a ton of questions over the course of the stream, and I saw a lot of them are good. So I'm going to go back all the way to the top and just scroll down and answer the questions that I want to answer. And if you want to ask more, feel free. And if you want to drop super chats, you still can. A tip is always a tip and always appreciated. So someone asked, how is the Alt-J from the other day? You know, I haven't spun the Bandbox Alt-J, but I did after the stream go and look at... I went and looked at the Discogs comments, and they weren't super positive. People were saying that it's a really noisy pressing, which is a huge bummer because it's so beautiful. So I have to give it a degrit and listen to it, but I hope that they just got bad copies and it actually sounds good. I don't know. Let's see. You went to visit my store last Saturday from Chicago, but unfortunately I wasn't there. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm there almost all the time. Sometimes I leave to go look for records or go look at a collection, so you must have caught me just when I was temporarily not there. I hope you enjoyed the show, the store, though. It's a bummer. I feel like it happens every time. Goose will text me and be like, hey, someone who likes the channel is here and wants to meet you, and I'm like, I'm not even close to the store. I can't get there. It's a huge bummer. Hey, did you see Milo Rap Ferreira dropped 3 new vinyl today? So he dropped 2 of them I already pre-ordered like a year ago, and the third one, Budding Ornithologists, I ordered that one. It was expensive, man. I mean, he was charging $150 for it. I bought it because Milo records always go up in price, and I don't want to regret it, and it also is going towards a kind of good cause. It was saying he's trying to like start a farm, which I think is a pretty cool thing. And the money from the pre-order is going towards that. And it also came with 2 free tickets. It was signed by him too. And also came with 2 free tickets to an event at, I think it's a record store he's opening in Nashville. So I think it gives me an excuse to go to Nashville if there's an event I want to go to and I have tickets. So I think it was a good purchase overall. Let's see. What else do we have here? Any update on No Skips episode 2? No update right now. There are a couple ideas that are cooking and that I'm talking with Whatnot about. Speaking of Whatnot, if you guys didn't see the bookmark link at the top of the chat that I pinned, I am going to be doing a Whatnot Tons of Grails on Tuesday at 6 p.m. PST. Not my usual time slot, but I'm doing it there because Noble Records is doing a show right before me, and he's going to raid all of his audience into my stream after. So, should be a fun one. I'm definitely putting aside some really unique pieces for it. So, if you have Whatnot, make sure you click the link that I pinned, and you can go bookmark the stream. If you have not jumped on the Whatnot train yet, also signing up with that link gives you $15 to spend. So, even if you go on once and buy one record, you get $15 off, which is killer. So if you have any questions about how it works, always feel free to email or DM me. But I'm talking with Whatnot about No Skips episode 2. There's a couple things cooking. I don't want to spoil anything in case it doesn't happen, but there's an opportunity that might have presented itself the other day for an interesting episode. Also, the drummer of a pretty well-known band reached out to me and said that he liked No Skips and wanted to talk about digging together sometime, and I asked him if he thought he would be down to do an episode of it, and he said yes. So possibly that too. There's a lot of things cooking, so be patient. I want to do it so badly, guys. This is like all I've wanted to do with the channel, but you know, Whatnot needs to see a good justified plan for the next episode or the next rollout to be able to feel confident paying for it, because they're not cheap to make. So fingers crossed it happens. I haven't given up on it. There's a lot of things that are kind of still cooking through. Hope that was a good answer for that one. Let's see. You noticed in Whatnot, I had records from Portland Legends Dead Moon. Yeah. Have I come across records from Portland Legends The Wipers? Oh, yeah. We just got a punk collection in around Black Friday. I actually did a video. If you haven't seen that video, it's pretty cool. A lot of those pieces are gone by now. But in that collection were the first 3 Wipers records, near mint, in shrink, first presses. Like, unbelievable. We sold the first 2 in like a day. Or we sold the first and the third in a day. The second one plays near mint, but had a little visual warp to it, so we're trying to kind of flatten it before we put that one out. But that'll probably sell really fast as well. Yeah, Wipers are awesome. What else is happening? I feel like there's so many questions. I'm like way behind. Tales of Arise soundtrack is pretty great too. I love Tales of Arise. I played that when it came out, and it was super good. I didn't buy the soundtrack on vinyl, but if I ever saw it for a good price, I'd probably dip in on it, because yeah. Oh, Drew! Oh my god, I'm now scrolling down and I see the super chat. It didn't pop up from before. Drew Wise is here, folks. Drew designed the second TMR store shirt, the gray one with all of the colorful imagery of like the MF Doom mask and the TMR and all of this stuff, and it's one of my favorite things ever. And Drew is an amazing artist. If you haven't followed him on Instagram yet, make sure you do so. He does the art for a lot of video game releases, and I have a ton of records in my collection that he's done the art for, which is super cool. Just a good dude. Drew, I hope that you can make it to the store one day. I'd love to finally meet you, and I'd love to take you out for a beer and a coffee yourself. But Drew is awesome, and I hope we get to collaborate again in the future. That shirt is basically sold out. We have a couple 2XLs left. If any of you guys are 2XLs, let me know. Speaking of shirts, though, I'll announce this right now. The shirts are currently in production for the next run of my next design. I'm very excited about this next design. It is metal related. I think that anybody will get a kick out of it, regardless if you're a metal fan or not. But this design is going to be amazing, and I'm going to do 100 instead of 50 this time, because I really think people are going to really enjoy the crazy vision I had, and the artist I worked with absolutely took the vision from my head and just put it down, and it's so good. So I can't wait to show you guys. I'm going to unveil the design once the shirts are ready for order, so expect the design in about 3 weeks, and they'll be up for sale. I'll probably do some online and some in store, so very excited for that. What is my favorite song from the new Boy Genius singles? Oh man, wait, before I answer that, Adam dropped the super chat. Pick one. Never pay for food, or bring back someone dead. Wow, that's an interesting question. Never pay for food. I mean, I haven't had anyone like extremely close to me pass away. So I feel like never pay for food as a big foodie would change my life in a lot of ways. So I think that's my answer. I think if you asked me this 10 years from now or 15 years from now, that might be different. But as of now, yeah, never pay for food. Sorry to everyone I know that has passed away. Bring back Chris Cornell was my one thought. I was like, do I bring back Chris? But I don't know. Maybe if I could bring back Chris Cornell and like he's my best friend and like we can hang out all the time and he can play music. He's like, Matt, I just wrote this song. It just noodles him and he like shows me his music. That'd be one thing. That's different. Favorite song from the new Boy Genius singles. I love all 3 of them. I feel like the Phoebe song that sounds like Punisher though, that I think that's probably my favorite. All three are great, though. I'm so excited for the album. With me getting into metal, have I tried Dream Theater? Dream Theater is a little too proggy for me. I've listened to them in the past, and prog for me is so hit or miss, and I still haven't been able to really, really get into it, unfortunately. In relation to Lana Del Rey, do I write off artists after disappointing releases, or do I maintain hope they'll release another great album? I don't write off artists after disappointing releases. I definitely deprioritize them. You know, with my lifestyle of trying to constantly create content for you guys and run the store and have a social life outside of that, it's difficult for me to listen to as many albums as I want to. So I'll usually, like, if an artist releases a disappointing album or two, I'll usually stop being as interested. But if people say that, oh, it's a comeback record, or oh, they're back, like, I'll definitely give it a listen. But like for Lana, I haven't listened to like her last release in full at all, because I just kind of like didn't hear anything mind blowing about it. Like, the world raved about NFR and not really anything after, and I think that's telling of the quality of stuff. Obviously, she has massive fans, so those fans are gonna always rave. But whoa! Frank with the massive super chat. Let me spin the hat around for that one. Whoa! My God, the Bubber J is here for Happy Hour Friday. Loved your first Whatnot show. I wish I could have been there. I apologize, Frank. I really wanted to be there. Really interesting. The people they are selling, not record fans, and the other half, amazing community people. Same feeling. It's an interesting question, Frank. I think that Whatnot is still working on building its community. I think it is the best opportunity to build community within the vinyl community in a way that you can talk to people like live streams, but also buy and sell records and have it be like an all-encompassing one-stop shop to connect with people and talk about music while also doing what we all love, which is buying, selling. Unfortunately, I do think that Whatnot does have a lot of sellers right now that are not interested in the community aspect. They go on, they just put records up, they don't talk much, they don't talk about anything interesting, and they just kind of sell things, and when things don't sell, they put it down and try a new one, and that's fine. But I do hope that more people like you and myself and Noble and, you know, people like us and Yellow K and some of like the sellers that really love to do conversational streams come on the app, because I think there's so much potential to build out these kind of like interactive TV shows, interactive like QVC things for records, which I think is really fun and far more entertaining as both a buyer and a seller, utilizing it in that way. So I think that you're right. I think there is a pretty big disparity right now, and I'm hoping that the gap closes. Okay, let me go back. Well, I missed one. It was so great seeing Sandy in my latest video. How did the meetup come about? Well, Sandy's still a good friend of mine. You know, we still talk periodically. You know, as you get older, you don't talk to anybody that much because you're very focused on what you're doing and the people in your immediate world. But Sandy and I still keep up with each other, and she was coming to Portland for a different reason. And she was like, oh my God, I have to see the store. And I was like, cool. And then when she came to the store, I was like, let's do a little video. I think people will appreciate it. And she was super down. So I really enjoyed doing a video with her again. Maybe one day we'll get to do another like proper video, Damn It Sandy style, but that wasn't in the cards for her trip this time. Let's see. Is there a band or artist that has never released a bad record? There's many. The National obviously comes to mind. I don't think Pearl Jam's ever released a bad record. I don't think Soundgarden ever did a bad record. It's yeah, there's definitely a lot. I think that's a good video idea, actually. Artists that have never put out a bad record. Although it's all subjective. Oh, Hannah's here. Recommended Patrick Droney. I forgot again to listen to Patrick Droney. Can someone send me that? Send it to me in a DM or an email so I can remember to listen to it. Does Mike Alexander still stop by the live streams? Asks Ryan. Unfortunately, I haven't really heard from Mike Alexander much in the past year. Soon after I moved to Portland, he visited Portland, and him and I got breakfast, and it was really cool. But I haven't really talked to him since. I don't know where he's gone. I've seen him pop up on other things, so I think he's still in the vinyl community. Maybe he's given up on your old boy Matt. Maybe he's no longer into the TMR thing. That's fine. I'm sure people. You can't stay with a TV show forever. I try to keep innovating. Season 1, Damn It Sandy. Season 4, record label. Season 6, record store. I'm trying to keep it fresh for you guys, but yeah. Let's see. Have I checked out Lizzie McAlpine? Very similar to Phoebe. I have not. I'll have to check her out. That sounds cool. Katie says hi. Hi, Katie. Frank, you guys got to come back and visit Portland. You got to see the store, man. The fact that you and I talked about this store so much, and now it's here and you haven't been here is brutal. You got to come see it. Glub Shog got their first vinyl today. It's the 2004 remaster of Ready to Die. Yeah, hell yeah. That's a great choice for your first record. Everybody needs a little Biggie. That's for sure. Is this a newer camera or a new filter? If this is a newer camera, does it look good? I never really know how the stuff looks because it looks different for me on OBS than it does on the finished product, and I never really go back and watch the live streams. Hopefully it looks good. I think I've tweaked some settings and the camera's a little better. But I've always struggled with my live streams looking really good. Lauryn Hill never put out a bad album. Yeah, she's got a short track record, but short but sweet. All right, well, guys, any more questions? You got me here before I head to the store to continue pricing my heart out. I'm really trying to prep things for this big drop on Saturday. I'll be doing a ton of Instagram stories showing off some of the best stuff that's hitting the walls and the bins. Katie said yes and no excuses for me not to get there. I agree. No excuses, Frank. Come on out. Thoughts on the new National single? I love it. It really harkens back to like the Trouble Will Find Me sound and lyricism. I'm a big fan of it. I'm also excited that there's a lot of collabs on the album on the album that we haven't heard yet. Obviously, some of my favorite artists: Sufjan, Phoebe, Taylor Swift. So really excited for the record. I really think this record's gonna blow me away if it's of the quality of Tropic Morning News. I thought the mastering or the mixing of the single felt a little muddy for me, and I wasn't sure if that was intentional, but musically really blew me away. I thought it was great. Can I make a video of bands that have 10 plus albums and none of them are good? 10 plus? That's a lot. How many artists have done 10 plus albums? Not that many, probably. I don't know. Maybe. We need to get Eric from Vinyl Rewind up for a visit. I would love that. Eric's the homie. I haven't seen that guy in a few years, but him and I used to hang out in LA a good amount, and he's a good dude. So I would love for him to come to the store and do a video. That would be really cool. Do I have any reggae and Espanol at the store? I have some reggae. I don't think anything in Spanish, though, unfortunately. National Minneapolis in August, 1,500 person venue. Adam, you keep trying to get me out to Minneapolis, and honestly, I want to go back. I want to see you. I want to go to Mill City Records, and the National would be a great opportunity. But the National's coming to Edgefield, and Edgefield is one of my favorite venues in Oregon. It is an outdoor venue where you can literally walk right up to the stage. Like, I was front row for Nine Inch Nails, and I got there just a few hours early. So I'm going to be front row for the National at Edgefield, almost guaranteed. So not enough of a pull for me to fly out there for that, but I would love to do a No Skips episode out there in Minneapolis. So obviously, if that happens, you're going to be involved, and you'll be the first to know. It's okay to see them twice. It's certainly okay. Are you paying for my plane ticket? Do I still have the Subhumans 12-inch EP on the Grail wall? I do. No one's bought the Subhumans yet. And honestly, it's been on the wall long enough that if someone's interested in the Subhumans EP I have, shoot me a message. I'll sell it to you for sure. am I watching The Last of Us TV show? I am. The Last of Us is blowing me away. The last episode was so good. I love the parallels to the game. The game is one of my favorites of all time, so I've been really watching it with a lot of scrutiny. Ellie is growing on me, her performance, and so is, I was a little skeptical about both the casting of Joel and Ellie, despite liking both actors, and their performances are growing on me, so I'm excited to see how that continues. And Gustavo Senta, how do you pronounce it? Gustavo Santolala. That's probably wrong. I love his music. I have the Last of Us Mondo box set that they did years ago. Yeah, the music for the show is perfect. Thanks, Vinyl Jerk. Appreciate that feedback. Is Vinyl Jerk in here? Did he leave a comment? I don't even see his message. So tempted to go to that national show at Edgefield. Nick, to see a national show with me? With me? That'll be an unforgettable experience. I'm going Saturday. Get a ticket. I'll see you there. We'll go to the store. We'll have a great time. Oh, Justin, you are here. How did I miss your comment? Where was your comment? Anywhere? All right. Follow Vinyl Jerk on Whatnot. He's awesome. All right, guys. This was a great live stream. I have to pack a couple records for the post office, and then I got to get to the store. So make sure you guys bookmark my Whatnot auction. It's up there on the top, pinned. It's going to be Tuesday, 6 p.m. PST. A ton of great stuff. And I'm excited to show you guys what TMR has in store this year. So thank you guys as always for joining me on these streams. This one was a blast, and I'll do one next time I get a deluge of packages. So take it easy, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.